Here's what to do when you're not wise enough to give anyone advice. So today's question is, how do people become the ones who give advice instead of asking all the time? Okay, so how do I even start this? I'm honestly mid in everything. Like whenever I need to know something, I go to Reddit to ask people. How can I be the guy who gives advice to others? My knowledge feels low in almost everything. I don't know much about history, World War II and all that. I get news from reels, and I don't have a lot of general knowledge. Like my friends say a lot of stuff, and all I can do is listen to them. Even if they are lying, I won't have any idea. For the people who give advice, where do you get your knowledge from? What are your resources? How did you build it? Plus, many medias are controlled. From where do y'all even watch news from? Well, me personally, I do not watch the news. I don't have cable TV. I don't read the news. I don't keep up with the news at all. I have no idea what goes on in politics. I don't care to know. Where do I get all my knowledge from? I mean, a lot of it's from life experience. You didn't say how old you were, but a lot of it comes from experience, just living and making mistakes, and then you learn a better way. So then in the future, if somebody else ever has, they want advice on a topic that you've already failed at, you'll have some advice to give. So really a lot of it comes down to just living your life and failing, really. The more you fail, the more you learn. So yeah, basically get busy living. Also, just studying things that you find enjoyable. I did a lot of studying of like philosophy and logic and reasoning. So that's where I got a lot of my knowledge of, living a life that basically you're always abiding by logic and reasoning. Like that is basically my religion, is logic, reasoning. If it's not logical or reasonable, then I don't do it, or I do my best to not do it. You know what I mean? So studying things that you're into, like I said, philosophy was something I was into. I'm into weight loss, so I did a lot of studying of weight loss. Skateboarding, I'm really into skateboarding, so I know a ton of useless knowledge about skateboarding. But yeah, basically, and if you, like you said, history is not my ideal. Like, well, it depends. Like I know, like the history of like certain like classic rock and roll, things like that. I'm really into knowing the history behind that. Basically, classic movies pre-2005. I'm into the history of that. But like things like Abraham Lincoln, World War II, like I could not care less about, so I'm not knowledgeable in that. So I would say the best way to get knowledgeable is to pick topics that you find interest in. I don't know, you mentioned World War II. I don't know if you're interested in, U.S. history or whatever, old governments, things like that. But if you are, study it. And then one day, if somebody ever, needs some advice on, I don't know, old politics or political issues from back in the day, you'll have that knowledge and you can give them advice. Maybe that's a weird topic to choose, but you get the gist. But yeah, I would say another thing, you said you get all of your information from reels, and I'm not gonna like be that guy that's like, oh, you shouldn't, because social media, there's a lot of knowledge to gain from being on social media. So when you say reels, I'm just thinking like brain rot. So I don't know what you mean by reels, or going on TikTok or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you're on Instagram a lot, follow pages that aren't brain rot, I guess would be the first step. But follow pages that, again, something you'd be interested in, and you'll learn from that. Social media is a great way to learn things. And yeah, I mean, we got the internet now, go on the internet, do a lot of studying. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, between life experience and just studying things you're interested in, spend enough time doing that and staying away from things that are just, a waste of time, too much video games, too much TikTok, things like that. And yeah, you'll be given advice in no time. So hope this helps. And if you guys have any problems you want me to help you solve, leave me a comment and I'll do my best to help you solve them in a future video. So thanks for watching, and until next time, Captain Unemployment out.